Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Coffee Beanery Sip and Share. I'm Laurie.
I'm Britain.
And Patti is in Chicago on vacation, so she won't be here today.
Lucky her.
I know. I just got back from St. Thomas last week. Had never been. It was beautiful. White beaches and the clearest, bluest water. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Keep waiting for us to go live over on Facebook, but
Oh.
I don't know if it's not syncing or if I did something wrong.
Oops.
We'll just switch to webcam.
Is it all good?
Now, I don't know.
Maybe not.
It's not giving me the go live on here.
Little button.
Okay, well, I guess we're just not live in the VIP group today.
Okay, so we're just on YouTube. Is that right?
No, we're on Facebook. YouTube.
Oh, we're on Facebook, YouTube.
This is the chat from the other day too.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
So coffee prices. I feel like it's eggs all over again.
Oh my gosh.
Coffee prices are the highest.
You're on Facebook? Okay, Deborah.
Oh, good.
I think it's just in the VIP group that it's refusing to go, but it is what it is.
So coffee prices, we'd hate to start the morning off with, are the highest they've ever been.
Like ever.
Ever. Like over $4 a pound.
It's a little stressful.
When it usually is like $1.60, $1.40.
Yeah, I mean, and we're trying to wait it out a little bit.
Yeah, they got the crops in. It just, honestly, people are holding on to crops because they want the prices to be high. So it's fine. We're bought out for a little bit. It just is a little crazy.
Yeah, I've got friends like hearing it in the news and texting me being like, hey,
yeah,
how are you guys doing?
Some people sending me ads. It's like, well,
like we're okay right now.
But I mean, because like $12 for eggs is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But that in Michigan, in particular, obviously they
passed the cage-free.
They did the cage-free law. Well, and then because of the scare of the flu and stuff, they unalived a lot of chickens.
Yeah, there's a lot of hatcheries online that you can normally get chickens from, and this year I don't know.
I wonder, a lot of people are probably growing their own chickens for sure.
They're saying that they are not sending out chickens, so I'm not sure if they're going to like the big hatcheries,
like quarantine
that all
them.
got burnt down, or what's happening. They're telling people to go to TSC and stuff and get chickens, which is not a great place to go to get chickens.
Because you've had a couple different experience getting chickens.
Yeah, so we got them at, a Tractor Supply type place. It was like a local one. And they lasted a couple years, but we also got Isa Browns, which I guess are known for heart defects. They lay a lot of eggs really quickly, and then
so it's too tough. It's hard on their bodies.
Yeah, so we're not sure what happened, but it kind of, from what I was figuring out, looks like their hearts gave out.
Oh, wow.
And so then we got chickens from a hatchery, and they've been a lot hardier, but they're not laying eggs.
Oh, really? They're not?
No, they're divas.
They're little divas.
They're
little diva chickens. Are those the ones that Grammy and Papa got you?
Yeah, which we had read about, that they can be divas.
Okay.
So Grammy and Papa, I think in the spring we're gonna get 2 good layers from them.
Oh, okay. And because she's got so many eggs,
and try to introduce them into our flock, and hopefully, they'll pick it up.
They'll teach the other ones, like, hey, this is how you do it.
Well, and it could be that they are laying and they're eating them, and we don't know.
They're eating their own eggs?
Yeah.
That's like cannibalism.
Yeah, chickens eat their own eggs a lot. You have to, like, you put golf balls and stuff in the nesting boxes so that they don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't found any remnants of them either, so it's kind of just odd.
Oh, so in Ohio too, it's really high.
It's most of the hatcheries that we buy from and stuff are in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And I think they had some really big production facilities burn last year and the year before.
Yeah, we get a quarter of a cow like twice a year or whatever, and it's amazing, but it's so crazy every time. We're just so spoiled. First of all, the pricing is much better. when you do it because you're not having the shipping costs and everything. But the quality, depending on who you go to, is really good. Every time we have different ones, we're like, this isn't ours, is it?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. We
I
need
wish
to
I
do
were like a
that.
farmer person, though. I mean, I really wish I like many things. I enjoy the thought of growing a garden. I've tried to grow a garden a few times. The problem is when things come out of the ground, I don't know what's a plant and what's a weed.
Yeah. Fair.
So I don't know what to pull. So it gets very confusing.
I've tried to grow a garden too many times, and I have a similar problem. But my other problem is I don't actually want to water it every day.
Mm,
Like, that's actually too much work. And then tomatoes are easy to grow, but we don't actually eat tomatoes.
right.
So it's like then we're growing things that we don't
Really
actually
want to eat.
eat.
And like, I think it'd be different. Like the people that can, so they get that stuff and then they make spaghetti sauce and can
Mhm.
all this stuff,
Yeah.
which does not sound like my jam at all.
Like, I hate tomatoes
So
on everything.
I would like someone else to do it, but I don't really want to do it.
And then some of the plants that
Like, how would we survive if we were in colonial days? I mean, you just
you
have
would do
to.
it. You would just
I would do it just because you have to.
And you wouldn't go to a day job, right? You'd be at home. Your day job would be growing your
But
plants.
yeah, can you imagine 80% of your day being feeding people and like mending clothes?
Morning, Patti. Yeah. So if you were in colonial times, that's what you would be doing. You wouldn't be
But you only live till like 35
getting in
too.
your car and going to work and all this stuff.
I would
that
rather,
takes up all your mental energy.
And then I contemplate sometimes like we are so anxious and stressed, and it's like we aren't like having to provide for our needs.
Right.
Like
Well,
as far as, I mean, we're working for our needs,
we're
but
not
like
hunting and
survival.
gathering.
There's no
Yeah.
survival.
But
Like
could you imagine how stressful that would be to be in survival mode literally
all
every
the
day,
time.
all the time?
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm like, seems like we can go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
It just seems like it should be a lot easier. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I did read something interesting about plants that they can sense you coming from 2 kilometers away. They know that their owner's coming back, like the person who takes
Plants?
care of them. Plants, yeah. They've done studies.
How can they know that?
It's crazy.
How
and
can
they,
you measure
they get
a plant's happiness?
They get happy they'll like fluff out their leaves and like get greener and stuff when they know that their owner's on their way.
Oh,
Isn't that
my
wild?
poor plants. They probably were like, no.
Yeah.
She's not going to water us again.
Mine are at the plant hospital, which is work, where Patti takes care of them.
Mm-hmm.
I brought in a huge thing of plants and I was like,
Patti is so good with plants. She nurtures them. She's very good.
I suspect many of the plants that I brought to the plant hospital are different plants now in the pots. But I would never know.
One
But I have
of the best
suspicions.
presents though that Britain bought Patti was googly eyes.
Oh yeah.
For her plants.
They're like little magnets. They're the cutest little eyes, and you magnet on your plant leaves. They're so cute.
Oh my gosh. That's adorable.
She's like, I didn't even know this was a thing. I was like, yeah, it popped up on my Facebook and I was like, Patti needs these.
Have you seen the TikToks where they put googly eyes at a grocery store? First of all, I personally don't think you should be touching stuff that you're not going to buy, but it is pretty funny. Like on the Quaker Oats box, like on that guy, and they put the eyes on him, or on the maple syrups and stuff.
I saw one where they put googly eyes on all the machinery in a wood shop. And it was the funniest thing. I want to do it to Logan's wood shop so bad. They'll put like big ones. So like the sanding machine has these big eyes and it's like vibrating with the wood through it.
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
Thing.
We should put one on our big roaster, but I think it'd melt. That's the problem we have.
Yeah, they might melt.
Need something that doesn't melt.
I'm terrible with plants. I want to be good with plants. I'm just not.
I am not either.
I tried succulents because they're supposed to be easier.
I love succulents.
And I did the ice cube thing and they looked fine. And then I brought them to Patti and she's like, these all have root rot. I'm like, but I watered them.
Maybe too much watering.
No, she said because when I got it, I guess I should have changed out the soil and it because they're like from Home Depot and it's not the right type of soil. And then I never give it fertilizer. And she had a whole list of things that I did to this poor plant. But I don't think it survived.
No. And I think plants are so pretty. I love plants, but
yeah.
Yeah.
My office is full of them, which I love.
I
do
am
not
very,
care for
very
them.
patient with people. I am not patient with things. So I think that's part of a lot of my problems, like with gardening.
Mine's out of sight, out of mind. So I just forget about it.
I do. Yeah. It literally, and there's a really clutter bug. If you ever take the isn't it clutter bug quiz? It's
Logan's correcting me. They got root bounded and get oxygen. Well, Logan.
Well, root rot.
Something. Sure.
Then they rotted. So it's the same difference. But the clutterbug quiz is very interesting because there's different organizational types, and then you organize according to your type. And if you and your husband each have a different type, you have to organize for the less strict type. So like and just simple things. So like by my garage door when I come in, I put a hook up so that I put my purse there. So it's not thrown on the kitchen table and thrown everywhere. But to Britain's point, like if I put something in a drawer, I literally forget it's there.
Yeah, forever.
Like forget. Like when I cleaned my office last week or whenever, I was just like, oh, I have all this stuff I didn't even know I had. Even M&M caramels in my drawer, which I had no idea I had.
Yeah.
If I put it away, it's forgotten.
Gone forever.
So I'm a butterfly, which means you have to have everything out. So I've taken all the doors off of a lot of my units and then put baskets in, because then it's easier. If you have to open a door to get something, it just takes more effort and you're not going to do it. So it's very interesting.
Cindy, where are you at that you have snow? I don't think we have any more snow coming.
Oh, snow on the way. Are you out east? Like
I saw
Philadelphia
something about maybe a snowstorm coming there. Your husband's a gardener. My husband's a better gardener than I am also.
Yeah, my dad was a farmer, so he helped me do one of my gardens.
You drove him nuts.
He didn't think it was a community garden. So I thought this is great on the way to work or the way home from work. I can weed, and take care of my garden. And I even bought little like mud boots and stuff so that I could go in the garden and I could show up. And my dad, bless his heart, he didn't think the ground was rototilled enough. So he drug out his rototiller. He re-rototilled my little plot of land that I'd rented. And thank goodness for my dad, because I didn't even bring seeds. He had seeds. He had a seed planter. The only thing that I had brought was a little handheld
spade
thing that I thought would be like a planter kind of thing. And he told me it was a bulb planter. It was for flowers. It wasn't even for that.
Whoops. But it's funny you're talking about your cluttering thing, because Jason and I have been watching this show called High Potential. And it's super interesting. I mean, it's a cute, quirky show, but it's like a woman who, she like puts all the pieces together, and she was basically like a homeless waitress type, whatever. And she did a case for, I don't know, a police department, like solved it in like 5 minutes. And they're like, excuse me? I mean, it's a totally fake show. But she walks into this apartment and she goes, I never would have guessed he's a butterfly. And it's that. And it's that thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Because he had all his books out. And so the one detective's like, this is a mess. And she's like, no, it's perfectly organized. He's just a butterfly. I need to see everything. Yeah.
Like literally, I forget to wear perfume because it's up in a glass even thing. So I'm like, I just need to get a little shelf and put them all up on the shelf.
Yeah.
Where I get ready in the morning so I can see them. It's just so weird.
Oh, good. I'm glad they're loving their new boxes. This was a fun box. Oh, Jim Cantore. I keep seeing this thing about Jim Cantore. Like, I guess he was in Flint or Detroit or whatever for this last. Hi, buddy.
Oh, is it our friend? Hello, honey.
But I don't know who he is.
Does Willie need to come visit us? Our office dog, who is now 30.
You want to come
how
up?
Many pounds?
You come up?
He's gaining at least 5 pounds a week.
William. Up.
No, come here. Come see.
Come up. He's like, I don't know if I can get my big booty up there.
He's like, now I can't turn around. What am I gonna do?
I'm stuck.
This is
trying to
Willie.
get your coffee. This is William, Sir William.
He is 13 weeks old. 14.
So he's almost 14 weeks. He is.
So this is Logan's
huge.
dog.
Weather Channel. Okay.
Are you gonna come talk to us about the high coffee prices and why we have them?
Hi, William. Yes.
You can sit right here.
He's so happy.
We just said they're really high.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
So what is actually happening with the coffee?
So they got the new crop. Supposedly the crop is fine and they produce more coffee than they thought they would. But the prices are still up over 100%.
So we're playing chicken.
Year.
We're literally playing chicken with the coffee growers, is what I feel like.
I can't say for sure. I think a lot of this is artificial because the Robusta market went crazy. Because in Vietnam, they were just holding and storing coffee, hoping the prices would go up. And I feel like the same thing is happening again. But I don't
William.
know. I can't be sure. I don't know exactly what's happening. So, but it's up a lot. It's like double what it was.
And how long do we have futures for? A couple months, right?
6 to 8 months.
Yeah, we're good on most everything.
So our prices are locked in.
Wow.
Isn't he cute, Bill?
Willie.
Oh, Willie is so
Everybody.
sweet. He's just a sweet dog. I don't know. We haven't really had golden retrievers. Nobody's had golden retrievers.
Everybody.
Our good friend when we were younger had one, and they're just so sweet and lovey.
Yeah.
That's, they receive them at the same time as you guys. We don't send them out early to them. But that's a bummer that they're ruining it.
Oh, that is a bummer.
I saw
so
someone
hard.
post like the day really you can get them, like the next day after we sent them.
Okay. They must
Maybe
be really close.
I wonder if we should ask them maybe. And the future ones, we could ask them to wait a few days or just give them a...
Send theirs 5 days later or something.
Well, then we miss all the content for it.
Yeah, it's hard because then we have people who are upset because they thought they were getting that one.
And usually they take a couple days to post. Your coffee is supposed to be delivered today. Yeah. Oh, I hope it is. I know our mail's been running way behind.
Everybody knows what the theme is, right?
The theme is Little Women. Yeah, I mean, if you go online, you can find the flavors or social media. I'm sure you can find them.
So we'll be tasting them next week.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. I love Little Women. It's such a cute. I got asked to be in the play. Somebody had seen a play that I was doing, and the director of the play was like, "Oh, you're perfect for." I wish I remembered which character she said.
Good morning, Jennifer.
And I was like, "No, I'm like 7 months pregnant with you."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "I'm not going to be doing a play."
No, definitely not. It's funny because of the next month, the company that schedules the emails or whatever. This is a little teaser, but I'm not going to give it all away. They were like, "We don't think we can legally promote this," and I was like, "Nope, it's public domain as of last year."
Yeah, we look at what's being released in the public domain because there are a lot of fun things. So what happens, is after a time period that it's just public domain that people don't have rights to it anymore. So that's why it's a big deal. Oh, I can't say it.
Yeah, so the next
I was going to say, there was a big one that got
released a year ago. So I'm sure you could figure it out.
So
if you really wanted to.
But
yeah, I just send them proof so that they're not going to get in trouble.
Right.
It is public.
It does seem, I thought that once you had rights, it was just forever, like a perpetuate. I mean,
yeah.
Is it 100 years or 50 years?
I think it was 100. It was 1928, which then I'm not sure how it released in. I think it was supposed to be 50, and somehow they got an extension.
Oh, I wouldn't put that past this person, this company.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, but we're excited.
Yeah. Nope, there's exciting stuff. I tried coffee yesterday. Yeah.
So
I
was
so
not
badly
great.
just want to be like, oh, do you mean that? And
I know.
pretend I'm dumb and don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
"Wait, what do you
exciting.
mean? Is it this
It's
one?"
pretty cool.
But this was a good box too. I like the flavors in this box a lot. The one
I
that
don't
just
even
came out.
remember.
I don't know.
I didn't
I
package
do.
them this time, so I was gone.
I was like, I took the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
But lots of fun things. Oh my gosh, are we sitting exactly the same way
Oh.
in our heads and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah. I talked to a customer on the phone yesterday and she was like, you know.
You guys literally just switched to the same exact thing again.
We did.
Oh my God.
You both switched. What are you doing?
She was like, you know that one
Okay.
and the other one that look just alike? And I'm like, yeah, that's me and my mom.
That's funny. We went somewhere recently and someone was like, oh yeah. I can't remember where we're at.
No, it was here, right? Chet? Oh no, it was your executive board thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You joined me at the meeting and they're like, oh, she looks just like you.
Yeah. And then it was so cute because he was like, do you have a ride home? I'm like, yes, I'm an adult. I can drive.
I'm a grown person.
I do have kids. Like, I drove here.
Yeah,
it was sweet.
I think he thinks I'm a lot younger than I am.
Yeah.
They're funny.
It was really funny. It caught me so off guard too. I was like, what do you mean do I have a ride? I got here.
Well, I guess I do have a 15-year-old too, so they're probably very, that confuses everything.
Oh my gosh, my kids are so upset she's gone.
Oh,
like, we miss her.
It was fun too. It was just funny to have a 15-year-old. So she went to her siblings' houses last week. She stayed at Logan's for a few nights, went to Britain's for a few nights. Then Branson carted around to dance and stuff. But I think she really enjoyed just being part of. She grew up without siblings, so it's just because you guys are so much older than her. So,
yeah. Well, I was like Dallas and Estelle and her were more like siblings.
Oh yeah,
playing.
That's where we get the she's not even really your sister.
I know. They're so confused.
They're so confused. They don't think that Sedona can really be Britain's sister. So even though they know that I'm both your moms.
Yeah. Is he like stuck?
No.
No? He looks like he's stuck in a half circle, like he couldn't figure out how to move forward.
But
who's a good boy? You're a good boy. He was so happy when you got back.
Oh, you guys, I saw something on my vacation. Epstein Island.
Oh, you did?
I did. We went from, I guess I didn't know where it was. So we went from St. Thomas to St. John. Well, it's actually, it's big St. James and little St. James is the official things. But I just expected like evil to be coming off of it.
Didn't they like tear it down and aren't they rebuilding something?
They're doing a resort there is what the rumor was. I'm not sure. It's beautiful.
Not for you.
But it was just eerie.
I'm going to take him out.
Before he eats everything?
Yeah, coffee prices are crazy. It's bad. Sorry.
And hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah, hopefully it won't affect us in the long run because we tried to buy out.
Well, and then that's the problem is because then other people are coming in and just buying entire crops, like, and buying the whole thing.
Well, isn't China drinking a lot more coffee too? So they're becoming a pretty major player.
China bought all the coffee.
All that they could, and they're just holding it.
And they're switching because, I mean, it's crazy when someone can have such a huge impact. And because they switch from tea to coffee, probably within the last 8 years, it made a profound impact on the whole market.
Yes.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah. It's been something. I mean, we'll figure it out. We always do.
We always do. Mm-hmm.
Just might take a second.
And that's why we love K-Cups, because it uses so much less coffee.
That's true.
It is good.
I'm trying to think.
Anything exciting going on?
I don't know. I have to go to a Valentine's Day party today. So there's that.
Oh, that's right. They rescheduled from last. That's why you have your Valentine's sweater on.
That is why
I was like, oh, is just a Valentine's over?
Yes. Estelle and I have matching sweaters.
Yes.
Because I'm going to her party today.
Okay. Not Dallas's?
They're at the same time.
Oh,
So
okay.
last week I went to Dallas's 100th day party and helped in that. And then I'm doing Estelle's Valentine's Day party.
Ugh, I remember those days. I mean, I literally had 5 kids in the elementary school.
Yeah.
So, and it was like, I asked the principal, I'm like, I've got 2 solutions. You just have a showing and put all my kids together so I can see out. Or can I wear those rollerblade shoes?
Yeah.
So I can like zip around and get to the kids' classes.
And they only allow 5 parents at each party. So it's kind of different. It's not like they have so many parents to help where you can kind of like bop in and out. Like you usually have a station and like that's your station for the whole time. So it's not
different than back in the day where literally
really
everybody could come.
Right.
And usually I was one of the, the home mom or whatever. So I'd be organizing the party.
Yeah. The teachers kind of send out lists and I don't know, we just send stuff in and then some people get to show up and it's usually pretty
With
easy.
Sedona, it was more like that. It was just different. And I remember for your school, that's one woman, I swear she came to school every day with her kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, you don't. I mean, that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
You don't want parents there like all the time.
Yeah. I know one of my son's teacher though, she was like, we'd love to have you come back and read with the kids and do some, and so I might try to plan a day to do that because they're just so happy to see you at school.
They are. And all their little friends. And I did, you're right, with Sedona, I went in one every other week or something. I went in for half a day or something. And I was cutting stuff out for the teacher. And I just thought, I mean, here I'm running a company and I'm going in and being her little teacher's assistant. But it was cute.
Yeah.
And then in our, like somewhere I was sitting and all the kids were piled on top, like literally on my lap.
What they do.
And it's just like, I loved it. I'm like, fight over me. I love it.
Yeah. One little boy is like all over me. And the teacher kept being like, okay. And I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I was like, I've got kids. It's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not a big deal. But yeah, so that's my plan for the rest of my day.
I get my hair done tonight, but my hairdresser broke her leg.
What?
She broke her leg. So she is out, obviously. So she's like, can you wait till March? My options were wait till March 5th or go to someone that she recommended for me. So I'm like, well, I'll take
Do you know who you're going to?
Abby Schubach, which I don't know. She's one of like Maria. I know Maria.
I don't think so.
It's a pretty small town. Yeah. But it was cute because before I went on vacation, she was like, well, I'm sitting in bed. She let me know that she was hurt. And she's like, and I'm planning the wedding. What can you like send me pictures of the wedding stuff that you have? And I've got to get back to her and get them to her. But I had good intentions, but I was too busy packing.
Yeah.
So I knew she was poor thing.
That's terrible. Could you imagine being a hairdresser with a broken leg?
No, I thought I could have sworn she told me she broke her arm and her wrist or something. But then they said she broke her leg on the phone. What's your tibia?
I don't know, but it's bad.
So I think she broke her tibia.
Right. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
Broken sounds bad.
When she's just teeny tiny. So it's just.
Yeah.
She's
prone to
pretty frail.
Accident prone.
Yeah. But I hope you get better.
Yes. I know we've had sickness just running rampant. It's not fun.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, March is coming. So we're going to try the coffees next week.
Mm-hmm.
Front bone and lower leg. Thank you.
Okay, so it is. That's what, front bone and lower leg. Oh, that just sounds super painful. I think she said she fell.
Well, remember when we were growing up, one of our friends' stepdads fell. And I don't know if he's broke his like femur or something.
Your femur's this. I know that. You can die from a femur.
He was messed up for years.
Yeah.
He just slipped on the ice getting the mail or something crazy.
I think your femur, like you can die just because of the sudden shock of it or something because it's such a big bone. Maybe I'm wrong.
Crazy.
Because I did research a lot of stuff on because I'm very afraid of chickens and squirrels. So my friend who is a she's in the mental health world, said she was going to diagnose me for all my unexplained fears. So I actually would try to prove to them that people have been killed by chickens and squirrels. Because she's like, what are you afraid of? I'm like, dying, like they're going to eat me and kill me.
Yeah.
And only 2 people have died of chickens.
Okay.
They were the furry chickens.
Roosters.
And they like got the femur,
Yeah.
I think. And
like an artery, a big artery.
Surprisingly, nobody has died of squirrels.
I would think if someone was going to die from a squirrel, it'd be like from a disease. From
Yeah, like
bit.
rabies or something.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me feel better. So then when I was surrounded by chickens on vacation, I thought, well, only 2 people have died. My chances are pretty good.
And so some roosters are mean, but a lot of roosters are like the sweetest, especially to women.
Mm-hmm.
They're very...
They were like, I was on a beach chair and they were not attacking me. They were surrounding me. So one was even under my chair. Angie came back and she was like, how are you doing with the chicken? She's like, I'm so proud of you. All the chickens. She's like, one's even under your chair. And I'm like, what? Chickens under my chair?
Chickens are pretty okay.
So I got better.
And if they ever like squat down, they're squatting down so you can pick them up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. These were pretty wild chickens, but the mother chickens on those chickies, like they peck those little things. I mean, I think they're trying to keep them like gathered up, but one, it was like she pecked this little one so hard and he did not move. He just like stayed on that square and was like not moving.
Sometimes they do kill them.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really worried about him because she pecked him pretty good.
Well, I didn't realize on this farm show that we were watching, what's his name? Jeremy something. He's like the Grand Tour car guy, whatever.
I don't know.
But he has this farm show in England, and mother pigs kill like half their pigs by rolling on them. They don't mean to, but they lay on them. So he was getting too sad pulling out dead pigs. So there's somebody who invented this ring that goes inside of the little houses. Okay. And then what happens is basically it's like a metal ring. So the mom ends up laying on the ring, and then the piglets have enough air and are able to like get out from under her.
Wow.
It was the craziest thing. I had no clue this even happened.
What Deborah say? She's recovering from fracturing left wrist
and right ankle. Jeremy Clarkson. Yes, it's such a good show.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. I've never heard. I mean, I'm obviously not a farmer, but I didn't know they could do that. But how sad! I wonder if the pig is so sad.
I don't think the pig cares at all.
You don't think?
It was kind of hard to tell, honestly. If the mom pig even knew what it did. I'm not sure, but it's a great little farm show. It was kind of interesting, all the like regulations, and
because I'm kind of obsessed with those. Well, because I watch them, so they come up where the animal's getting someone's attention to go save an animal.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like that they have that to do that is really cool. I think it's like, no, come with me.
Yeah.
And I mean, they look like they're accurate.
You would really like this farm show. It's pretty entertaining, and at the beginning, he's probably like your level of gardening, and him learning to use the tractors, and the guy that he hires to help him is constantly.
So it's like Paris Hilton and whatever from forever ago, but
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but he's legitimately trying. Yeah. He's trying really hard.
Just like me when I bake.
And he gets better at it, kind of. But like he seeds this whole plot of land. And when the other kid comes out to look at it, he's like, all your lines are crooked. And so then when they have to like harvest it, it's wrong. It's done wrong. So it's so hard to harvest, and you waste a bunch, and it's super interesting.
Because when you harvest, you probably go in a straight line, even if it's off kilter. So then you're...
Yeah, it's like you almost like dig these like weird trenches in between, so that all you have to focus on is like that trench going forward, and then the machine stays in its line.
Oh, it's maybe that's what saved the fires then.
Oh no, your video's cutting out.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. It's says we have okay internet. Usually it yells at us if we're cutting out. But yeah, it's super interesting show. I thought it was pretty funny.
Maybe because when they did the fires, they were going and cutting everything, maybe because there was a ditch before it. Did you see to stop the fires? Not in California, but it was somewhere, and the fires were coming in, and they had the tractor, and they were clearing they were clearing all the stuff, so there was
so that it couldn't jump.
We would have a fire break.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting. But okay, you guys have a wonderful week, and we will be trying the Little Women box.
The Little Women, and I'm sorry if your surprises got ruined. That's kind of a bummer.
That's a bummer. Usually they don't post that quickly, but